Today, Agile is a well-known development methodology and approach of choice for many development teams, especially those who are trying to create an environment of continuous delivery to customers. Well, when we think of Agile, we often think of high levels of collaboration and flexibility, as well as an iterative environment in which requirements evolve alongside changing needs. As a result, we also tend to conceptualize Agile as an approach that helps development teams across various industries deliver new features faster. Before we dive deeper into Agile, I would like to talk to you about early history of product development, specifically software development. Over the past few years, developers really focused on speeding up the time that took creating a software product. Imagine if you had to wait years for a solution to the key problems that your business is facing. Less than almost 30 years ago, waiting a long time for your business solution to come in live was actually normal. And we can trace the earliest roots in the history of Agile to this problem. Before Agile came about, development teams, particularly those in the software, manufacturing, aerospace, and defense industries, would identify problems and plan a solution. They would then work to develop that solution and bring it to market in its entirety. Specifically, most teams used the waterfall approach, which is a development methodology that follows a set path in which teams set project requirements and the scope of work, design a product based on those predetermined requirements. Then they build a product, they test the product, and then they fix any problems discovered during the testing of the product. Then they launch a finished product. This approach may sound fine, but waterfall required teams to stick to the requirements and scope of work set out at the very beginning of the project. And you cannot make any changes or additions along the way. And following that fixed plan could prove troublesome, since waterfall prioritized bringing a complete product to market, meaning it could take years before teams finished the project at hand. During those years, the nature of the problem would often change, but the project requirements would not. It's like we plan to design a particular dress for 10 years. So during these 10 years of design, well, the trend might change. The design that we initially planned almost 10 years ago may not be still trendy after 10 years because the fashion industry changed rapidly. That is what we're talking about here. So during those years, the nature of the problem would actually often change, but the project requirements wouldn't. So I really want to stress it again that during these years of product development, the nature of the problem that we're trying to solve might change. Just like the fashion industry, the dress that we're trying to create within this 10 years of time might get out of date by the time we finish the design. So same thing, if we want to develop a software product and it takes 10 years to develop this particular product, so by the time we finish the development, then the nature of the problem might change. For example, this problem would be no longer a problem, or maybe the current market needs a different type of solution to this problem, and the initial solution that we planned 10 years ago might not work. So it's really important that we understand this key concept of waterfall. On the customer side though, this delay meant that critical problems would go unsolved for years at a time. And even when a solution became available, the problem it was intended to solve had likely changed in nature already. On the developer side, this struggle meant bringing new products to market that no longer had a strong market fit. So what is the profit in it? Developing a product to the market that the market doesn't need. In many cases, it also led to a development graveyard of unfinished products. So many development teams, they started a product and it took almost forever to develop it. So at the end, these projects are left unfinished as teams simply abandoned the work along the way rather than deliver an outdated product. What's the point of delivering an outdated and useless product to the market? So it's just better to abandon it. As a result of these challenges, we can consider that the waterfall methodology is the antagonist in the history of Agile.